I'd like to talk a bit about Project Silverfish. I was going to make this a written post, but it is way too long, so I'm just going to talk about it here. Project Silverfish is a open world stalker-like immersive sim first-person shooter. Reminds me a lot of Far Cry 2 and yeah, the Stalker games. I give it a 5 out of 5. This game is my modern Far Cry 2. Its player experience is that of constantly pushing against a relentless world with relentless humans, but unlike Far Cry 2, you start to feel like you're gaining the upper hand, which is a false sense of security as you can get most of your health deleted by a random anomaly. Part of the pushing against a relentless world thing in both Far Cry 2 and Silverfish are the random gunfights you can expect to get into. In Far Cry, it's the road patrols, so while you're driving, you always have to be on edge, and be ready to like take a turn into a ditch and pull up your gun and have a gunfight. On Silverfish, you're constantly scouting ahead of your binoculars. You're listening out for like chatter, noise, anomaly sounds, and when you do see figures walking around during a firefight, you can't even be sure if they're on your side or not. You have to actually look at their faction colors, which is like referenced in a journal which you can read. It's like you can't even be sure these guys are friend or foe. You have to know these things. The police faction are the easiest to spot, but the orange factions are hard to distinguish between the ones that you're a part of, usually, which is the red socialists. Although you can change which faction you start out with, so it's very like systemic in that way, which is awesome. Um, in the darkness, they're kind of hard to spot, so there is genuinely like a holding your gun whether you're sure or not, because there's a reputation system. You don't want to open fire on some guys you're gonna have to trade with later. Anyway, the fact that these happen organically with different factions spawning in the same location means that they just like fight it out while you're walking around in the world, which creates such a sense that you're a small part in a larger picture, and they're just gonna keep fighting without you. It's actually so fucking immersive, man. Something else about Project Silverfish, perception. Perception in this game is everything. The time to kill is very low, and all the best items in the game are tools that give you more perception. Guns are great, sure, but like, okay, the anomaly beeper gives you a huge advantage to getting jumped by the zone. Binoculars are a vital item in this game, and going without a source of light will literally leave you like stumbling in the dark. Um, so far, we don't have anything with hearing as a sense, but I think that would be cool as well. Like more sensitive or yeah, something like that. I fucking love this game's use of navigation. You have a detailed map with no location marker. You have a compass, which is useful at first. The binoculars are again a must-have, and so without like the pinpoint of the map, you have to genuinely remember the layout of roads and how many exits you have to turn. Like I died once because I went down the wrong path and got stuck on a ship when I was trying to cross a bridge. Like I just went the wrong way, and like that just because I interpreted the map wrong. That's like, oh, that was such a cool moment, man. Um yeah. The game does design by subtraction quite a bit, especially with the perception stuff. Like, it makes normal game elements like having a light, a HUD, and armor kind of trade-offs. Particularly with like headgear, you like some of the basic starting items are like either a headlamp, a HUD, like little headset, or like a helmet. So that's like directly mutually exclusive which one you go for, and you can switch them out, sure, but it's like you're less equipped to go into the zone than like most standard first person characters, which is great. Like to I went a little bit off script. Uh, if you especially combined with environments where both or one of these would be ideal, such as in nighttime or the dungeons, you have to like sigh and rely on your peg leg for this scenario, which is an incredible feeling of not being at your maximum capacity but still like going for it anyway, like using your other things to try and mitigate that is an incredible feeling for like overpowerment and gameplay and feeling crafty. um And the genuine rewards for this are that you get like an item that gives you both like a flashlight and a HUD. It feels like genuine achievements, and it expands like the amount of um, like perception and availability. Like you're more capable the more powerful you get, not just on a damage level, but on a like perception level. You become it's cyberpunk as fuck. Sorry. um, so to give an example of this, because this is such a cool point. In a dungeon, it might be more useful to have a HUD on, and because you want to know how big your health is during a like a gunfight, and if you gotta return back. Um, and so you might switch to that, and then you might have a gun which happens to have a tactical light on it. So you would then like have your HUD and then rely on just like a shotgun with a flashlight on it as your only source of light. Like, and if you like switch your pistol, you're in darkness again. Like your arsenal becomes a multi-tool response. In this scenario, you're limited to using that weapon more. It's like the the situation calls for different things, and it's like it's up to you. Like, oh my god, am I communicating this well? This is like the coolest shit ever. Like, if just the difference between a custom arsenal that's like can handle everything in every scenario is like infinitely worse or less interesting than a series of trade-offs and weaknesses that you try to overcome with other options. Like an arsenal that is only limited to like a certain amount of things. You can't specify in everything. And making up for that. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Um so having a wider arsenal, but due to equip slots, you there's a lot of fucking guns in this game. This game has I'm pretty sure the developer's kind of a gun nut. There's a lot of weapons and a lot of ammo types, and you can go very deep into it. But you're limited again by these equip slots, separate abilities, money, and some abilities being tied to certain objects, like the light from before. So you create scenarios where it's more beneficial to run a janky, creative build rather than like something that can give you like safety, or like as like more safety than previously, like the headlight example. Like, uh, yeah. So the three takeaways are the immersiveness of like the factions in the world and the gunfights, the how much perception matters, and how your build is like a series of trade-offs, which change depending on the environment very, very organically and naturally, and having to prepare for that. It has the space for it, and it has the affordances. Like it has the affordances, and it has like enough player agency for that to be like a meaningful choice. I think 'cause through the money system, because if you could sell, you can sell and buy every item in this game. So money is like this like progress uh, this progress value, of course limited by the location you're in, because some shops have stuff, others don't. And so that's like the amount of progress you can do is like you then have a choice for where you spec, and then that feeds into it. Sorry, this is extremely rambly, but I fucking love this game, and I can't wait to record B-roll for it. So yeah, play this game. It's the demo's free, and fucking I spent 20 hours in it. It's free, and I spent 20 hours. Fucking, oh my god.